One other issue I had was the pacing. The first time I went through the game, I didn't really notice this. I was just busy trying to survive and trying to find every collectible and scrap of ammunition and resources I could to make it through the game. However, on New Game Plus, where I was just rushing through it to upgrade more weapons prior to hard mode and to just get the true winning, I started to become aggravated with how long it was taking to make it from one area to the next. Once you get the first essence, you have to progress to the steelworks, but first you have to reactivate the tram, which requires you to go turn on 2 electrical switches, fight through enemies, and then make it back to the tram before getting on to the next true zone of the story. Think of it like the next major dungeon in an RPG. Then you get back to the main terminal with the warden, and then you have to make your way through some other long, meandering pathway to get to the hospital. After the hospital, you end up back with the warden, and in order to get to the next area, the Abbey, you have to once again start up a different tram, which feels like it takes even longer to do than the first tram did, complete with its own boss fight. Now, maybe it's just because I was trying to rush through my NG Plus playthrough, but I was really kind of annoyed with doing this all a second time. Still, to be fair, I did say that the first time through the game, this didn't really bother me all that much. I was fully immersed in trying to survive and figure out how to adapt to what was going on. Unfortunately, after doing all that the first time, the second time felt like a slog at points because I didn't care about the areas outside the main zones. I didn't want to be in the subway area trying to activate the tram. I wanted to be in the steelworks. I didn't want to wander around all these destroyed and ruined roads and back pathways. I wanted to already be in the hospital. I for sure didn't want to have to turn on a second tram just to go to the Abbey, and even then, once I got to the area, I didn't want to have to hike even further just to get there. This was sort of the problem with Silent Hill 2 Remake. The first time I played through the prison and the labyrinth, I really enjoyed them. On subsequent playthroughs, I just felt like they were taking too long. Is that because Bloober Team could have trimmed some of the fat off of these areas? Or is it just because I was trying to make it through in as little time as possible to finish a particular run, and I was becoming unreasonably impatient with the game? I really don't have an answer to that, but I know at the time, there were moments I just kept thinking to myself, man, I wish this section didn't exist.